Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Geopolitical Grand Strategy 101. I will be your tutor for the upcoming semester, and you know, we're just gonna launch right into the syllabus here. Lesson 1 is choosing your battlefield and making the enemy engage on your terms. Now, this council mission, this Operation Nightface, is a very difficult VIP extraction, which is probably the type of mission I find toughest, because you have to get past a map's worth of angry, armed aliens in Advent in 12 turns, and if you're too slow, you lose all your troops. It's a very high stakes mission, and especially in this case, the prize isn't that great. We literally don't need any more engineers at all after the next couple of days, once our major builds are complete, and they will be complete after a single day. I checked. The engineer doesn't even have a cool name, you know, like Gunner or nuclear powered Kim Jong-il. It's just Doreen Wallace. We don't need a Doreen Wallace. It's a cool base for cool people, and Doreen, not a cool name. Apologies if your name is actually Doreen, but only 20 people watch this. It would be very unlikely. The intel, the 106 intel there, it would be nice, but we have data pads as a backup for intel should we need it. And most crucially, walk with me now to our satellite room, where we suddenly have satellite imagery. Most crucially, Operation Nightface is happening within our home territory of the eastern US. There we go, zeroed in. It looks a bit like Quebec, doesn't it? To my very untrained geographical eye. Maybe they finally did secede, and then they joined the US, and then aliens attacked, and it all went wrong. But anyway, because Operation Nightface is in our home territory, it means we can skip the mission, and we won't lose contact with the region like we would anywhere else. We'll only lose some supplies per month from it. I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that is Grand Strategy 101. You pick your own battlefield until the aliens, you know, attack the western US, and then we actually have to do something to act. So what we're going to do, we're going to skip this mission. It's a very risky mission for very little reward, and we can approach the next mission with a fully fit squad. In the meantime, we'll get these supplies.
Avenger plotting new course.
We can go to the next mission with a fully fit squad and a shadow chamber. And you'll find out what a shadow chamber is after we get some experimental ammo we really don't need. It's a time-sensitive mission. It's not recommended to skip it, but more dragon rounds. Gosh darn it. Alright, hold on. We need to set a new objective for our proving ground staff.
Hey, Commander.
And that could be a new grenade, or it could be more ammo. I'm going to go more ammo. I really want Talon rounds.
Sounds good, Commander. I'll let you know as soon as the project is ready for deployment.
We've got enough Illyrium cores we can just make ammo and make grenades for the rest of the time. But right. We haven't lost contact with the eastern US. It's gone down from 200 and something to, has it even gone down? I'm fairly sure that 239 was where it was before. Anyway, we might have literally lost nothing there. So we are in, is that Afghanistan? Roundabout. Getting supplies. However, our new high priority research chamber, the Shadow Chamber. Let's have a look.
Although I'm impressed with the strides we've made in infiltrating the alien psionic network, the depths of their technological advancement continue to leave us one step behind. However, with the enhanced decryption capabilities of this chamber, I'm confident we will find a great deal more information than we had previously hoped.
I have built a deep blue to finally defeat the aliens at chess. So what the Shadow Chamber is, it serves multiple purposes. We've got 2 new research objectives. We can finally study the black site vial we stole ages ago, and we can study the Codex brain that we got ages ago.
We are fully prepared to begin our analysis of the material recovered from the Advent Black Site, Commander.
So we can do this.
Shadow Chamber fully operational, we can use its advanced decryption capabilities to analyze the Codex artifact recovered by our forces.
So 5 days and 7 days, but however, what this does, you can't research something and do a Shadow Chamber project at the same time.
Our work is proceeding as
And actually,
Commander.
I might change our research. I might just go straight for powered armor, because we're not going to get the blueprint for powered armor. We're just going to switch to powered armor because I do want the Gatekeeper autopsy, but we don't have that many supplies right now. We're going to have supplies in 4 days. when this completes, what is it actually going to give us? 136 supplies? Not that much. We're getting supplies at the moment, of course, as well. And Comrade Muller, I've just realised we do need to actually staff him. And see, this is what I'm talking about. We don't need more engineers. I'm going to struggle to put engineers here.
You recruiting new staff for the engineering
Right, there we go.
But as it stands, we have
Conrad Muller, you just go talk to people.
We can have them working on construction.
I know, Shen.
Or staffing a
Shen,
facility.
it's fine. More and more supplies for us. And we ignore that. And we ignore that. What are we doing? We didn't unlock anything because we didn't go on that mission. So all we can do is build the radio relay in New Brazil. So we complete the relay, we make immediate contact with West Africa, and then we build the relay there. Almost no matter what missions come along, what we unlock to scan, we just have to beeline now for the Middle East. For Northeast Africa. Alien machinery is cleared, and we have 3. We have 3 engineers to scatter around here. So we can put Demo Mello permanently in the med lab now. We can put Sheila Gunner down here, which means we can take Archon out of here. And now, I really don't understand what's going on with the Scilab. I think it's bugged. Because we can go to review upgrade. We've got this upgrade. We've built this upgrade. That's why we're reviewing it. We're not buying an upgrade, we're reviewing it. So we can just kind of only put 1 Psi troop into the lab at once because it's bugged out. So that's going to be Epiphanis until he's ready, then it's going to be CSM. So we've still got 2 engineers. So nuclear powered Kim Jong-il can get more power. And Archon, there's literally nothing Archon can do. Archon can build a facility, but what facility do we actually need? Who knows? Because power, we just upgrade this and we get a whole lot more power, 13 more power, so we don't need power. It's either defense matrix or a resistance comms. Defense matrix will help with an Avenger defense that we've already had. There might be another one, of course, so it could be worth it. But we're not going to spend precious supplies. I know we've got 700 supplies, but supplies are still precious. So Archon's just sitting about, nothing to do at the moment. That's why we really didn't need another engineer. A scientist in that mission might have changed my mind. So we're just going to continue building the radio relay. All we need is radio relay.
Commander, we've
Oh, it literally is in the western US.
These are the tactical projections for our next field operation.
And now, this is what the Shadow Chamber gives us. Apart from a high-tech research facility and the supercomputer, it lets us detect what enemies are on the missions. It's like the hyperwave relay from the last game. We know exactly what we have to prepare for going into this. I can see no gatekeepers. I can see no sectopods. Oh no, I see a gatekeeper. God, that would have been terrible. Only 13 enemies, presumably because it goes... Gatekeepers, eh? That's actually really difficult. Let's only get 13 instead of like 20 or whatever. So we will be taking a mech killer elite unit. We'll probably take Trev. Because Trev can go take out the shield bearers, take out the mechs, take out the lancers. Yeah.
Setting course for Western
I'm saying this,
United
that
States.
we're going to take the same squad we always take. Because we always take mech killer elites and we always take snipers. So that is something for me to worry about. You just, have a rest for 5 seconds and don't worry. Didn't worry your pretty wee head about it. Controversially, head coach Kamichi has gone for an unchanged lineup. Literally, completely unchanged, same loadouts and all. Apart from a couple of PCSs at the moment. The advanced speed PCS has gone to Epiphanis. It gives him +2 mobility, could be crucial if he needs to sprint forward to land a Void Rift or a Null Lance or whatever. The superior perception PCS, those are the 2 we had, which I was saving the superior perception PCS for Magical Trevor. It's gone to Denny. And it currently gives him +15 aim on every single shot, because I figure our biggest threats are gatekeepers, and Denny landing a full-on blue screen powered chain shot could be the difference between flawless victory and squad wipe. So are we ready to launch the mission? No, not quite yet. We've got one thing to build. We've got a choice of what to build. Well, it's not much of a choice now, because as you can see, we can afford every single weapon upgrade, and that includes the beam cannon. It also includes the plasma lance, the plasma sniper rifle, but we're not taking sniper. We're not taking a sniper. Beam cannon it is. And you can see that is most of our supplies gone. And that's why I say we're low on supplies, given that we just spent 500 of them. And as we can see, ably modelled. Oh, look at it. It is magnificent. A magnificent beast that will take out many mechs, many gatekeepers. Are we ready to go? Of course we are. I mean, I didn't actually check anything there. It's just that we've... It's just a waffle for 10 minutes. Usually, I wouldn't say we go straight into missions. Like, maybe 3 or 4 minutes of waffle. 10 minutes, 11 minutes is a bit much. So let's get down there for Operation Manic Law.
We just got word the aliens are hitting a resistance outpost with everything they've got, and our people don't stand a chance against them. We're heading in to secure the area. Eliminate all enemy contacts.
So I've already forgotten what it's called. The Shadow Chamber. The Shadow Chamber listed 13 enemies and then listed 10 separate species. Now, if the Shadow Chamber is accurate, and I'm not sure if it is, because I remember in the last game the Hyperwave really liked to lie. I don't know if the Shadow Chamber likes to lie. But we should be up against the Gatekeeper, Chrysalids, Berserkers, Codexes, Shield Bearers, Lancers, Troopers, Heavy Mechs, Archons, Sectoids. I have written them all down, of course. Of course, the one time I don't bring a sniper is the one time we start with the higher ground. Thing came in hard and so did we.
You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
So, if we are actually up against 13 enemies... Alright, here's my actual predictions, right? So we have that list of 10. It'll be 2 Chrysalids, 2 Sectoids, 2 Codexes. I reckon the 2 Sectoids will be with the Gatekeeper. I reckon the Shield Bearer Lancer Trooper will be as one pod, maybe with the Heavy Mech. I reckon the Archon with the 2 Codexes. And, oh, there's a Berserker there. The Berserker might just be roaming around with something. Who knows? I've not really figured the Berserker into my plans, to be honest. It's just one big hunk of meat that I'm going to ignore. Speaking of big hunks of meat that aren't going to be ignored, here's Denial.
Grapple out.
Covering the optimum amount of ground. Hello? There's nothing here. Genuinely a bit surprised. We are right at the map edge though, which is good. It means there's nothing to our left. Denial could come right down here. If we felt like the risk, we could bring Denial right down here, burn concealment, and rescue them straight up. One of these 3, I reckon, is going to be a faceless. Just because there's no real education behind that, because there's 13 civilians, so there's 15 of these guys on the map, so that's a 1 in 5 chance that one of these guys are a faceless. Oh, it's going to be slightly more than that, because 2 of them could be faceless. That's the reality of our situation. So let's do it, because that ends Denial in full cover. Oh. There's the early pod. And there's me wrong about completely every pod.
Let's go, move out.
A double activation to start with. A single Codex and a single Berserker. What's the Codex doing? It is going. Okay. I mean, the status go, this is pretty poor. I didn't expect the Berserker to just be hiding in a house. I should have been expecting that. Now, if we can actually get close enough to these guys where we can take them on from higher ground. And Denny is already in cover with a 100% chain shot on the Berserker. However, there's not really cover for anyone else. There's half cover there. Who would actually do well going from here? It would, of course, be the Tokeman. Tokeman, I always wanted you to go. Epiphanus can come right up to here with the advanced PCS for speed. Can get a stasis on any of the big enemies. The only one we can't really deal with at the moment is the Sectoid, which isn't a grand tragedy, let's be honest. If Onju didn't want to move, Onju could do a salvo, but that's not happening. We've got the big guy. What's the big guy got? The big guy has some big dragon rounds. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up with a chain shot. We could move Denny down and chain shot the Archon. Because how much health has that got? I can't be bothered counting. Denny's got a salvo as well, remember. So we could go grenade, because Denny doesn't tend to use many grenades. It destroys a lot of cover that we might need later, but, you know, don't hold that against us. And then he can... Right, Denny's just going to take out the Berserker by himself. This is fine. Because he starts in cover, so he can salvo. Do 4 damage, it's not great. I've just realised there's, I never... Is that a trooper?
I've got eyes on advent troops.
Oh, God. All the pods, forever. Right, we're mimic beaconing then. As if that were in any doubt now. And then we can get a big old chain shot. The first beam cannon of the campaign. 20 damage. Not too shabby. Who's got the beacons? It's Epiphanes and the Listener. We might need to use both of them. At the very least, it's not the Gatekeeper here. What have we got that can do multiple hits, multiple damage? Where did the mech even go? The mech's probably on Overwatch, like right there. Right. Oh, 3 pods at a single move. Brilliant. So if we're going to use Epiphanes' Mimic Beacon, we can bring Epiphanes into actual cover. Probably have to run and gun denial backwards. I'd say that's probably a good plan. I'd say we can probably do something hog wild with denial. Do we want? What do we want to concentrate on? We need to finish off the Berserker. That's a given, right? Berserker will be handled. Who do we still have? We have Big Elton Tolk, who can see the Archon from there. So that would be a big old rapid fire. In fact, let's just move there and see what the odds are. Because if we've got good odds, and if I know Tolk, I know he's going to fancy this. 84%, but no crit. No crit whatsoever. So, reasonable chance of doing big damage there, but no guarantees. With Denial and the Listener, we could probably take out the Archon, and that would leave us in much better stead for lobbing out a Mimic Beacon. We kind of want to clear out the Sectoid, I think, because the Sectoid was the first to activate. Was it? No, it wasn't. The Codex was the first to activate. Because they both activated at the same time, because you activated everything at once, Mick. This is the problem. This is the problem we are having right now. Right, can you actually see through the wall? No. Right, Denial can take out any given one of these low health plebs. We move there with Denial. We take out the Sectoid. Denial's back is protected unless something comes all the way around there, which is possible. Denial's also got the spider suit, so slightly less health from armor. Onju is the big old tank. Big old tank. What we're going to do with Onju,
I can handle that.
is he's going to handle it by coming down here. Grenades over here, because Onju has top grenades. Top grenade ability. How much? 6 to 7, as opposed to an acid bomb. So that would split the Codex, so we don't want to do that. I don't know, I kind of fancy it. An acid bomb. A grand plan. But acid wouldn't actually stop the Codex multiplying. We need to flashbang for that, and for that we'd need to give up the... That's an interesting one as well. Can we not? Nah. The rocket launcher just isn't as wide either, is it? No. So we can definitely do stuff with Onju. It's just not very efficiently at the moment. So we're not... Here's the thing. We're not going to use Tolk we're not going to waste a rapid fire. We're not going to waste whatever. So Toke is going to take that rapid fire on the Archon regardless, and then we can see what we do from here. If it's 2 good hits, then we're in good stead. It's a reasonable hit, followed up with a reasonable hit. That would make 1 good hit. That makes things interesting. So that is 1 shot away from a big old death for the Archon, which means we could run and gun Denial over there. Alright, Denial to there, I guess. And Denial would probably kill it. That leaves Ownju to just rat-a-tat-tat that guy. That leaves the 2 Mimic Beacons still there, ready to go. So let's try that. Let's have a go at that. What we're going to do is we're going to activate the Gatekeeper by coming over here.
No problem, boss.
And 94%. Loads of crit. Don't you dare dodge. Archon down. Berserker's going to be down. Implacable. Untouchable. You've got Untouchable, right? Tell me you've got Untouchable. Right, Untouchable. What's going to happen is Archon's going to come back here. You know what I fancy? I fancy this acid grenade. I fancy this acid grenade, right? If the codex splits, the one that's still acid, can they... Are they affected by acid? It'd be helpful to know that by now. Let's see. Because what I'm betting on here is that if the codex is affected by acid, it will still split. It won't be stopped from splitting. Right, it's not burning from acid. That's a poor choice I've made here. Poor choices have been made. The idea was that it'd clone, and that one would still die from the acid. That's not how it works. Inspire ends a turn, right? Yeah. So what we can do is we can move Denial, who's untouchable. What we can do... Bum, 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 bum. How far can the listener get? We might only... the listener could... The listener could go wild. Big style wild. Big wildy styley. Does the listener have Untouchable? I don't think so. He does have Implacable. So what we're going to do with the listener is run and gun, kill this guy, and move back with Implacable. Unless we wanted to kill the Codex instead. So what we're going to do, we're going to move right up an extra square.
Roger that.
See if that makes any difference for killing the Codex. And we'll consider it.
They've seen me.
He's seen me. I think his mate just saw me. So it depends what we want to do. Do we want to take out the Codex or do we want to take out this guy? And then Mimic Beacons. Do we still want a Mimic Beacon? Because we have done quite a good job of clearing this place out, haven't we?
If you say so.
Epiphanes doesn't agree. Here's the thing, Epiphanes could shoot. That would take out that Codex. All we're left to deal with is a mech and that Codex. Denial can present herself to that Codex, if you know what I mean, and by that I mean moving to there and being an easy flank, but Denial's untouchable. All we have to deal with is the mech that's out of sight. And we don't have to use a Mimic Beacon at all. Implacable.
I got it, right?
Like 25 minutes in and we're still not at the end of this turn yet. And would I bet the listener's life on this not being a faceless? Not just yet. The listener needs to be in some reasonable cover anyway. You know what reasonable cover would be? Can we get up here? Because this would be good, I think. could potentially be shot by the mech, but what I like about this is that we are all spread out. Right, we could probably do Soulfire. Yep, Soulfire would guarantee it. But it is a superior stock, right? And it definitely does do 3 damage on a missed shot, right? Right. And you hit anyway. Anytime I'm relying on stock damage, Epiphanous always hits. It's very much dead. So that just leaves Denial to move to here. And, you know, play the sentry here. We've still got that sectoid as well, actually. I've completely forgot about that sectoid. So Denial's going to move into hard cover versus the sectoid. And get shot by the Codex. Hopefully get shot by the Codex. Take the bait. Is juicy Australian bait. Not even wearing armor. Look at those sleeves. God, is that going to be the Gatekeeper pod right there? Corey Walker is dead as hell. Oh, Gatekeeper pod's on this level. So it's teleporting. That's not good. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's reasonably fortunate. I presented such a juicy target, and it didn't take it. So here comes the mech. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. What? Oh, no. What is this? What is this? It's a crit for free, is what's happening there.
Damn, that stinks.
And oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, this is... Oh, that could be bad. No, Epiphanous has Fortress. It's not going to work, is it? It can't work. Epiphanous doesn't have Fortress yet. It's in Fortress training. I remember now, actually. No, it's not Fortress. It's, what's the aura? Solace, that's it. The sectoid literally can't do anything to Epiphanous through Solace. The listener. You're looking a bit worse. Where down there, big guy? So, this has the advanced autoloader, right? Oh, would you look at the time? It's advanced autoloading time. So, Denny can slide to the left. Can't see the mech, right? He can see the mech.
On your order.
Mech is dead. Because look at all this shred. What are you going to do with all that shred? Toke won't even need to rapid fire. Or maybe he'll need to rapid fire. Let's not guarantee anything yet. In a way, we're quite lucky that the Codex just did a its own void rift. Effectively useless because it is actually really lucky. Bit unlucky that it didn't take our bait, our expertly prepared bait, but a bit unlucky, but mostly lucky that what it went for is someone with an advanced autoloader and someone who doesn't shoot. Now that's a 97% shot you've missed there, Tolk.
Target eliminated.
Right, so we need to do 4 damage to that, and we've got everyone. Right, now we have to be a bit careful here, because that Gatekeeper was around here killing someone right here. So we have... It's important to be very, very careful, because one wrong move and we're all dead. But there's no other way to flank the sectoid. So you gotta be very careful, Denial, otherwise you'll get us all killed. Thank goodness. He was just hanging on to the edge of the building. Help me, brother. Right, implacable means you're going to move into actual cover.
I can handle that.
You can handle it. Get it handled. If this guy isn't a faceless, if this guy is a faceless, actually, if this guy is a faceless, then I'd be prepared to bet a lot that this guy isn't faceless.
I guess that'll be
The listener's life, maybe.
Move out.
Alright, so we do still, of course, have the Codex to deal with. Let's not get too complacent. I mean, if all goes wrong... It's like Epiphanous has to get That is outside the range, right? Yeah, it's easily outside the range. Piffness comes up here and a wee little... that rubbish one. What's the rubbish one? And then what we're going to do is we're going to sprint own you up. Well, first of all, we're going to kill the Codex with Soulfire. Soulfire!
Mind is willing.
And then we're going to sprint own you right up beside Denial because that's where the next pod is. And because that's where the next pod is, we want Owned You in particular to be in position for them if they activate next turn. So Owned You can just do a big salvo of like 2 massive plasma grenades. And we can all pivot over there. Beautiful blades of grass there. Big old zoom in. We'll heal up the listener as well. Because the Gatekeeper pod right here. Oh, closer than I thought. Because we're not really ready to take on the Gatekeeper pod, but we still do have our 2 Mimic Beacons, of course. Which could be very, very useful. How many people have killed so far? Off our list, we've not... the Berserker, we've got a Codex, got a Trooper, Heavy Mech, Archon, Sectoid. Gatekeeper and Chrysalids still to go. That's a fair chunk of the list gone. Right. So we don't want to activate this turn. But we gotta save the civs. Gotta save the civs. That would activate, wouldn't it? You know what wouldn't activate? Coming right up here. Maybe it would activate. Can we open that door? No, it's just a wall, but we can go through the door if we want to. We can't get up there, probably without activating that. So, but you've got grapple in a turn. So just sneak up, sneak up. We can probably like set up inside here actually. Everyone apart from Owned You, who won't be able to use salvo from in here, but that's fine. Is it fine?
I'm going.
Oh, it's not fine. It's not fine. 1 square off being fine. It's always that extra square. Now that's a big old pod. Oh god! Oh no! Oh god! That's nearly unbelievable. If this wasn't very much XCOM, that would almost be unbelievable. 1 square activates the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper knocks down a tree. The tree reveals 3 Chrysalids. That's... while all our squad is... well, I was really asking for it, wasn't I? So we can still salvo. And this would clear out a little... you know what? We kind of want that wall to be gone as well. So this is a good rocket, I think. Considering what we can see. Alright, so those Chrysalids are all there. And would you look at the time? It's salvo time. I reckon that Lancer is still in that little bit of shadow. So moving Owned You over there, like I mentioned, brilliant move. Lancer severely damaged, but we just don't have enough sources of... oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh. We can get a... I reckon we can get a Void Rift off. That would leave... that would absolutely mean Mimic Beacon for the big guy. We need both Mimic Beacons, to be honest. Right, we just need to leg it. Denial can probably get a kill and come back and be untouchable and implacable. But it's an 88% chance. And if Denial fails that 88% chance, then Denial is caught in half cover against a Swarm and a Gatekeeper. And that's not a good place to be. Can we reach with Aid Protocol from there for all that it would be worth? Not a whole lot. I think we can, because you can see the 6 icons there. 30 defense for a turn. It'd be better than nothing. But we kind of have to kill these Chrysalids. What we're going to do... because this is leaving Epiphanes right out of cover, of course. I don't think the troopers can get there. I don't think the gatekeeper will go for it. It means we have to kill that one chrysalid in the middle. You know what? I reckon you can come to here and still hit them.
So?
I do say so. It's going to happen. First of all, let's look at that no lance. Out of range for the no lance, but I know Void Rift, and I know Void Rift very well. Alright, the Void Rift will kill one of them, and severely weaken two of them. So Denial just needs to kill one of them. Can anyone else get in range? Technically yes, but not usefully. And it's still a technical no anyway. Oh no. It's not going well. I think we have to go Denial, Shot, Hide with Implacable and Untouchable. We could hide without Implacable and Untouchable, but we know the AI cheats. We know that the AI will know where Denial is. We've got to take the 88%. Thank God we Void Drifted first.
See that one?
What a bastard of a dodge that would have been. Jesus. What a ripper of a dodge that would have been. What a big old bastard of a dodge that would have been. Oh. Right. Mech Killer Elite Team.
Already there.
If you were already there, we wouldn't be in this situation, Denny. Don't take the piss.
On it. What's over there?
Right, the Mimic Beacon isn't going to last. If we're lucky, the Gatekeeper goes for it first. The Gatekeeper's the one we want to go for it. Then I think that Stun Lancer is still in the shadows there. So it's a bit of a risk moving the Listener this far up. But we needed to get the Mimic Beacon out. So Implacable and Untouchable. That's why we're going to move Denial here. Or do we want to move Denial up? Because Denial Untouchable, that's one guaranteed hit to miss. However, if they come round here, you know what? I want Denial round. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. That's so stupid it just might work. Because the Stun Lancer, I reckon, can kill the Listener straight up. So what we want is to kind of hang Denial in the open. Chrysalid. Hopefully it doesn't kill it in this. Right. I guess that's going to be fine. Please Gatekeeper next. If it's not the Gatekeeper next, we're in a lot of trouble. I think it will be the Gatekeeper next. Gatekeeper kills this. Now what we have is Denial hanging out for them. Well, the Chrysalid can see the rest. Stun Lancer might be going hog wild. This guy should be punching the ground. Stun Lancer now. Be nice if it went for Denial. That's what I want. I'm not betting on it. Untouchable. Unbeatable. Unplayable. Of course, now there's just a trooper who can shoot Denial in half cover. But there's loads of civilians around. Loads of lovely civilians. This is kind of the way you're supposed to play terror missions. Retaliation missions. You want to get all the aliens coming at you early. So Mech Killer Elite Squad. Not really in range yet of the big mech they need to kill. Denial not really in range of the big armored shield bearer. Oh, actually. No way. Right. What we need to do... Denal surely can't grapple up to there. But Denal's a free action, Mick. You can move to there and grapple up there and shoot down on... Oh, no, that would never work. If only we had run and gun, then it would work. Big Zack Epiphanis. Oh, Big Zack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big Zack with a big lance. Probably can't reach. Can maybe reach. Not in shooting range, but can maybe reach.
I'm trusting you here.
We've also got Big Zack with the last mimic beacon. Oh no! All my hopes and dreams. So we can't get close enough for stasis either. We can easily mimic beacon the because we kill the chrysalid for sure, we kill the sun lancer for sure. We mimic beacon. That's going to take the gatekeeper and it's going to take the trooper or the shield bearer, and we can further get into position. And the big guy won't die. No die for the big guy. And then what? We just... No, we don't want the Lister on the corner though, because the Lister would probably die. Who do we want in the corner? We want Onju on the corner. But we also... You know what? Onju could... 7? No, it wouldn't be guaranteed to kill it. If Onju can just launch a grenade over the top here... Oh, we could just... Could we not just launch a grenade and shoot the shield bearer?
Whatever you say.
I mean, probably don't have the range for it though. Probably don't have the range. Onju has the range, because Onju is a good lad.
This is for you.
Who does very, very well. This is for you. So that means the Nile can grapple up there and get the shield bearer. So let's move to here and see what happens. Because now you've only got one shot. Even if you hair trigger, it's not going to be very useful. Only 69%, but what if you come up here?
I'll take the high road.
You'll take the high road and then shoot your bearer and save all the guys by getting rid of the shield. Boom. Shield down.
Impressed yet? Ammo out.
Ammo out. Implacable, so you can move back from the edge denial. So we've got... So we can kill these guys with these guys. Says Mick, helpfully. We mimic beacon, which will leave the perfect amount for those guys to shoot, and we kill them. And then we'll have rescued like 9 civilians. Couldn't you just like hide in there and it'd be perfect? Yeah, actually, you hiding in there would be perfect. But you are untouchable, of course. So let's just keep hanging out there. Keep hanging out for now. Just keep hanging out. Just keep hanging. Right, we might need to really waste a no lance here if everything goes wrong. So let's not. No, we need the mimic beacon. I'm an idiot. So we shan't be doing that. We shall be lobbing a mimic beacon right there. We might as well do it now, right? Right. Before I mess up and have any more bright ideas like not using the mimic beacon. So that is 3 of our best shooty troops to eliminate 6 health. It shouldn't be beyond our ability to do this.
On the move.
It's just... It should be very easy to do. It's just all I'm looking to do is avoid moving to this corner with the listener, which is what we might have to do. Hopefully Denny, with a massive amount of aim, can just take him out through cover. I'd say he's certainly managed it.
Target neutralized. Evidence located.
And Toke can move up to there.
On the move.
No need to reload with an advanced autoloader, of course. And just finish it off.
terminated.
That means the
Weapons burning ammo
listener...
fast.
You know what, the listener? Get out of the sight of the gatekeeper, I think. I think that's the plan. I think the plan is not to get smashed in the face by giant psychic
I
robots.
guess that'll be okay.
I guess that's a good plan, Commander. No, you're the boss. And
Rock and
Denial.
roll.
Because we've got the mirror beacon there. I think we kind of want to leave Denial where she is. Let's not open the door. Let's not tempt fate. So, Gatekeeper. Right up to us. Might kill it in a single shot, of course. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So now the trooper can shoot at us. But it's not going to get up close enough to shoot at anyone but Denial. Or, again... Troopers are usually the worst. Troopers are the least moral. It was the trooper that killed our relay last time. It's a trooper that's just... That trooper's been activated. He's not helped his side's cause at all. He's just been shooting innocent civilians. But I did say 9 civilians that we might save if we kill these guys, because I was accounting for that one trooper being a dick. Where's Denny? And I hope it's... Oh, would you look at the time? It's chain shot time. Can Denny get up to higher ground? Nope, we're just going to right up into its face.
Moving to position.
Picking up the loot. Doing an assault course over the tyres as we go. Oh! 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 Mwah, mwah, magnifique.
Target
That's probably the best pickup I've ever had. And that includes... Well, that's... still 75%. But it's 26 to 30 damage. And this is why we put the superior aim PCS on Denny. To do stuff like this. To make a mockery of all those times I said, oh, gatekeepers.
Deflection.
How many turns is this? It's like 3-4 turns. Where's Toke? Back off or I'll toke you on.
Oh yeah.
Headstrong, I'll toke on anyone. Right, so that was a free reload, so we can come right up here with
On
Toke.
your order.
And big old rapid fire, make sure it hits. We'll give it the best chance at hitting. This is holo targeted and right here. Oh. How were you in range? How were you in range of that? You were exactly as far as away from it as Danny was. God damn it. Right, Denial. I'm afraid your service has been denied. Yeah. Thank God that actually killed it.
Well, how about that?
That should be it, right? Oh no, of course. 2 faceless. Every time. I forget the faces every time. So that's going to be both facelesses coming for us at once. And if this was 40 episodes ago, then whoa, that'd be terrible. That faceless isn't even going to reach us. So Denial is untouchable, implacable, ineverythingable. We could even just reload an Overwatch, couldn't we?
Seems doable.
Some of us don't even need to reload. You know what, just in case it really legs it forward, let's keep the listener a little bit back.
Scanning. Okay, I'll go. Ready to engage.
And Denial can just come all the way down here. Doesn't really matter about getting Denial back into reasonable cover. Or back behind the line of defense. Denial's untouchable for this turn.
Moving to Overwatch.
Because we're good enough at Overwatch now that I'd imagine even these shots from our non-shooters are going to hit. Oh, what's he doing? He's a genius. Genius in action. Apart from the whole getting shot to pieces thing. How did he suddenly sink?
It's still moving.
He's still moving. You're not wrong there. It is still moving. Alright, Toke. You're kind of on fire, mate. That could be a problem. Does this actually put out fire? I mean, you'd expect it to.
Healer mode.
Is Toke actually on fire? I don't think so. In any case, it probably isn't a good idea to stay on this square, and we don't need to. Who do I want to level up? Onju has just leveled up to get Salvo. The Listener would be nice, but the Listener's injured. Toke's injured. Epiphanes is no. Denny. We don't want colonels in this army. No colonels allowed, please. I do actually want to level up Toke, but I do want to move him as well so he doesn't die. I want Denny on Overwatch next turn. That leaves... You know what, the Listener, you've probably got the worst Overwatch with shotguns, and you just kill it. You might get a hair trigger anyway. You never know when you're going to get a hair trigger.
I got it, right?
Except for right now when I do. Nope. Oh well. You know what, this is probably a good place to hold.
Heading out.
Because, as we saw, the Faceless is just going to jump up on the top of it. So that means our Overwatch is only going to trigger when it's a lot closer.
Whatever you say.
No need to take cover against Faceless. I reckon we're probably just going to take this one out on Overwatch. Because we've got Denny there. We've got half our team on Overwatch. Here it comes. Onju did most of the damage last time. Missed this time. It's fine, I don't think it's in range of us. If it is, then I'll be a bit annoyed. But we should be utterly tanking it round this corner. Denny should be hitting it from this range. We spent enough on Denny's ability to aim. There's at least 3 damage there. There we go. And finishing it off is Denial. Nope.
Not even close.
I'd be annoyed if we got injured now. To be frank. To be perfectly honest, I'd be pretty. Fire's getting worse. I'll show you what's getting worse. I don't imagine Faceless really had a brain. But you know, certainly doesn't now. That's a good mission. How many times was that? Like 6 turns? Oh, I got the promotion in the end as well. 7 turns with like 2 of those waiting for Faceless. It was a speedy one. I'm pretty sure the Shadow Chamber did lie to us, because it said 13 enemies. Minus the 2 Faceless, that's 14 enemies. You can't trust the Shadow Chamber. Although it did get the troop makeup completely right, didn't it? I got my guesses completely wrong. That's fine. Ooh, a successful mission. A breathless mission. 7 turns, 55 minutes. Good stuff. The team really, everyone pulled their weight there, 100%, 9.79 average damage per attack. That's the shotguns. That's the plasma coming in, really. We did some good plays, top plays. Geopolitical Strategy 101. That had nothing to do with it, did it? A bit disappointing that we didn't have Lots on this mission, because I was just an idiot. Lots is still in retraining to become a Blade Ranger. There's going to be a story mission coming up that Lots is going to be the star on, that I want Lots ready for. It's one of the missions unlocked by the Shadow Chamber, so that's something to look forward to. It's like an unchanged team, but it's like at this point on a very difficult mission, it's you either sink or swim. There's no, oh, we didn't do too well, oh, let's just retreat. There's none of that. If we lose any of our big regions at this point, it's over. So I do need to use our best troops. Because you know me, I like revolving around. I like getting everyone involved. But we're also like 40 episodes in. And I don't want to lose the campaign at this point. We swoop down to the end of another successful mission. We've got injuries to Toke, injuries to the Listener. That should be fine. The Toke is on the Toke. If you smell what the Toke is cooking, he's on missions like this for his medkits. 11 and 5, that's fine. So up to untouchable. Oh, hello! Finally! The listener gets his AWC perk, and it's a good one. I love holo targeting. I love holo targeting me. Well, it could be better on another class rather than a ranger. But I suppose if you're going to do like an alpha strike, you could do that with the listener now as well as Denny. So like on Archons, for example, the listener would probably be a good guy to open up with, because there's no need, if you're going to have Denny as a mech killer, then have the listener go for the Archons. And this guarantees that I've made a good choice putting Lots as the Blade Ranger, because we would never have the listener as a Blade Ranger, we would never have Denial as a Blade Ranger. So Lots, I can't remember if Lots has a perk yet. Look at all this stuff. It's beautiful.
Hello, Commander.
Hello, Commander. It's not even telling me, hey, you're doing rubbish, Commander. You're low on scientists. You're low on intel, Commander. Although I suppose it will be here, yep. Whew. So we're doing Fortress training. We're doing Proving Grounds. We're doing Rangers. We're doing Powered Armor coming up. Kind of want to save supplies for that. We also do want the Sniper Rifle. Alien Alloys and Illyrian Crystals. No thanks. We could do with some, but what we need to do is finish building this radio relay and get right into Africa. We might have to take a break from Powered Armor to research more intel as well.
Reading you loud and clear.
So we can now immediately make contact with West Africa for 80 intel. That will take us quite low on intel.
West Africa.
But next month we should have some good supplies, especially if we manage to finish this.
Local, regional
Right, Fortress. What do we still have? Now here's the thing. Oh no, we need domination on Epiphanis. We need to keep going. Which means these are all useless, effectively. Because as you've seen, we don't really use Soulfire now that we've got no Lance. And Epiphanis rarely gets injured anyway. Stasis Shield, as you can see, not really useful on us. Because what's useful to us in defense is putting out stuff that can take attacks. Like the Mimic Beacon, like Denial being untouchable. The Stasis Shield just make sure the person doesn't get attacked. Stasis Shield pretty much useless. Fuse at this point is useless as well. Can detonate enemy explosives. It's cool, it's funny, and it's the one we're going to go for because it's cool and funny, but not very useful. The only reason we're doing this is because Epiphanis needs domination. I can't believe we've not got domination yet on anyone. So experimental ammo again coming up. Tracer rounds. You know what? Let's keep going. Let's keep going with the ammo. I want Talon rounds.
Do some cleaning, but we've still got room to grow here.
We don't have that much room to grow. There's no real point in us growing. Hey Shen. I was just talking to you right there. I mean, we could even go for an experimental heavy weapon at this point, but there's not much point with the advent of powered armor. And I quite like the rocket launcher. I like the range of the rocket launcher. Battlefield medicine, that takes supplies. Yeah, let's just keep going for Talon rounds. There are mods you can get. Well, there are mods you can get for pretty much everything in the game, but there's a specific mod you can get to be able to specify which ammo you get. Right, Lots has been retrained, so we might as well promote him just now. So we're going to go Blade Master. This is new actually. I think in the new patch is that Blade Master also gives +10 aim, so your swords are almost guaranteed to hit. We want to go Shadow Step. Now, interesting. I don't want to go run and gun. Lots isn't really going to be shooting that much, is he? Maybe he will. I kind of want to go Conceal, though. And bring Lots on our facility missions as our scout. I think that would be cool. So that's what we're going to do there. And the big ones, the Blade Masters, the Reapers, they're still to come. But we'll start using Lots a bit more. And we'll see how it goes. Right, that's all good. We've got superior speed to put on him as well, thanks to that beautiful drop last time out. The Listener is back. Minor project, minor breakthrough to the Avatar project. This is why we're really gunning it towards this.
Commander, the aliens are still moving forward on the Avatar project. Taking out that facility.
That's why this is our #1 priority, because look at it, it's already up to 4 pips. And we are already one region away from being able to contact it, or are we? Right, we can actually make... Right, here's... I've just noticed, that's a protect the device mission. As much as I want to counter the new construction, we don't want an engineer, we don't want a very difficult mission, we don't want to protect the device when there's gatekeepers and andromedons that can take it down by 11, 12 per turn. What's this one? Destroy the alien relay, that's us destroying it. Gatekeepers, andromedons, codex, archons. It's a big old melee, but we get a, that'll be our first kernel, which is a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. I want one of our other guys to be our first kernel and not just some guy who comes in. But this is the mission we want to go for. That's the mission we're going to go for. Is that Ice Queen?
United States.
Is that a mission name that actually makes sense? Good lord. It's not Ice Queen, surely. It is Ice Queen. I was paying attention. So, next time we're destroying an alien relay, we will have a different... We're guaranteed to have a different team. But I'm looking to take the gunner, Filippo... You're not gunner, we need to find a new name. The gunner, I'll take probably the Hollywood. But in any case, that's for next time. Thank you very much for watching. I thought that mission went really well, quite exciting, activating everything at once forever. Hopefully not so much of the same next time, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you then.